Welcome to another episode of Network Camping. In this episode, we take a family road trip to the Kingdom of Kerry along with a solo wild camp somewhere down memory lane, the Valley of the Waterfalls, Moonlit showers, and the Silver Ribbon Road. Kerry at its best. According to Celtic tradition, November is the start of both winter and the new year. Anyone who has stood for a while at a November bus stop in Ireland will know this to be true. The cold of winter was considered necessary to cleanse the land and prepare it for the new and bountiful year ahead. Winter is here. For us, November is also the start of a new little adventure. Traditionally, the swans thrive in the rain and the flooding. Not many others fly to Ireland at this time of year, but we are already here, so we are going to see if we can also thrive in the rain and the flooding too. People often ask me this question about Ireland: where should I go? My answer is always the same: pick a peninsula, any peninsula, and go to the end. The weather was beautiful between the showers. It rained every day for 13 days, but on a road trip, the rain, in reality, does not matter all that much. Sometimes it adds to the fuse before you. The kids are just about old enough to appreciate a drive somewhere beautiful now. Even without all fungi, we found things to do down Dingle Way. We found the traffic surprisingly light too in places, so we decided it was time for driving practice for the kids. That's it, keep on straight now, keep going. For this, they never have to be asked twice.
I just want to say something about Mom's face during that. You were dying. Almost crying.
However, it was all a little bit too slow for my son. We soon fixed that out on the wide open beaches of Kerry. We had them all to ourselves. We found empty roads, empty beaches, and a full itinerary. But with school holidays ending, our trip was over all too soon. However, armed with the excuse of a furniture delivery, one I had been promising for months, I returned again to the kingdom, this time on my own. In my opinion, the only way to do the Gap of Dunloe is at dawn. The waterfalls here are not visible in summer. The valley of the waterfalls does not exist in summer, but it is surely here now. The Gap of Dunloe is one of Kerry's more dramatic places, but also one of the more popular. In the daytime, horse and carriage tours are popular along this road, and this leaves traffic as an intrusion. For this reason, I only drive here at dawn. I've done this trip at dawn in summer and in winter, and the thing is, it's easier in winter because dawn is later. I have to say though that unless you are here to hike, winter trumps summer here in the Valley of the Waterfalls. Instead of being pretty, this place is humbling in winter, and that in itself is a more moving experience. My wipers crossed swords with the rain, but I found myself at peace with the presence of winter. Finding a place inviting is not the same as beautiful. Ireland is warmly inviting on a clear summer's day, but it's bitterly beautiful between its blustery and wintry November showers. Your toes by the fire in the early dark, or the rain pouring across the glass of your shelter, are as much the veil of suspense as any theatre curtain when the weather draws back and reveals the burnt amber colours of an Irish winter mountainscape. My father has always preferred the winter. It has taken me a little while to see the more subtle glint of its more thoughtful eye. According to my neighbour, whose dry wit has cracked me up for a good 40 years, the best way down memory lane is with a chainsaw. I managed on this occasion with only a loppers and a bow saw. The showers, of course, persisted, but that is exactly what a good tailgate was placed there for. In this series, we have sought to test the idea of seeking out wild camp locations simply by asking among our network of friends, the idea being that others may try the same and in doing so find their own little camping gems. Not all places for everyone, but each place for someone. Permission to camp at this particular place was easier than usual. The reason for that is that I grew up down this old lane. I remember when we put in this road, we never intended that a vehicle would turn just here, but this was as far down memory lane as me and my loppers could get this time. At one time, I used to cycle to school along here. My mission on this camp was to clear a path here that would allow a later return to camp here with the kids. Strangely enough, I was a little apprehensive that it would feel lonely for the ghosts of things that this place no longer is, but it did not feel that way. With each foot of forest that rises from the ground here, the place only becomes truer to itself. I might argue that there is no better place to bring yourself than that. Don't ask where this place is or who owns this place. Ask, who do you know? Who can you ask? And where will your next camp be? Every good road trip is a journey home. On a solo trip, though, the signposts along that road seem to be just a little clearer. Every family man knows that getting to your hobbies comes at the end of a tug of war with the members of your crew and with the contents of your crowded calendar. A solo trip away at first feels lonely, almost empty, a little guilt too perhaps. In family life you are emburdening your other half just by your absence alone. But then you might find yourself the better man for it further along the road. With the rest of that road draped ahead of you like a silver ribbon in the low winter sun, let me ask you this. Of winter or summer camping, which is easier? To keep a coat on or to keep insects off? To find crowds or no crowds? Traffic or no traffic? The busiest season at work for me is summer. Why have I not made more use of the quietest season for fun? Winter, I believe I may have underestimated you. It was, I will admit, a long way to go for an apple. But the tree did bear fruit. What better time for a trip down memory lane than today? After all, these are the good old days. Don't wait for summer or for season. Take the chance.